Hi, Jen here for my anti-aging skin clinic. This is a video about post-microneedling skin rejuvenation treatment. I just wanted to show you how pink my skin is. We did the treatment about 20 minutes ago. So this is pretty much what you will look like when you get off the couch after having the mask and a load of serums and a load of cream. There you go, demonstrating to you there the pinkness. And don't forget, I've got quite fair, reactive skin. If you've got quite dark, oily skin, you won't look anything like this at all. But yeah, it's just wanted to show you that glow and to talk to you about what to do afterwards. If you're desperate to, you can apply makeup now. It's not an issue. I encourage you not to for about 24 hours if possible. The other things to apply to your skin if it feels thirsty or any creams or serums is nothing active. Nothing that contains any AHAs or PHAs. So for example, if I'm talking to you or giving you samples of lotion P50, do not use your lotion P50 for at least 48 hours post a micro skin needling treatment. When your skin feels thirsty, my advice, to be fair, is don't use up all your fancy serums post treatment. I put them in within the 20-minute window of your treatment because the channels are open, and that's an advantage to get the nutrient serums in down to the sort of base hypodermis level. But 20 minutes later, the channels in theory have sort of closed up now, and your skin's gone back to being its usual sort of protective self. So we need to really just address the trauma that I've caused. My advice is to just use cleansing milk. So for example, I just kind of put a couple of pumps of cleansing milk on. Again, don't bother using your big posh thick creams because it can be quite thick. And just nice soft cleansing milk. And you see how it just sort of, it's sitting on the top a little bit. But it will just go in. And I would do this for say 2 days, 2 or 3 days. And what can happen at day 3 and day 4 is that there's a sudden tightening effect. And you sort of feel quite, a bit like that. It's probably the best way I can explain it. Can't put that into words. The idea is that by pushing the product down to the next layer of your epidermis, into your hypodermal layer, what's happened is the hyaluronic acid absorbs the water that's in the other layers of the skin, so it draws it in. So what can happen is the top layer that's in theory dying or is dead, that gets accelerated, so you can kind of feel like a crusty, flaky effect. I'm being dramatic, yeah, it doesn't always happen. It's just if it does happen and you have this funny feeling, it's a positive, it's a great thing. That dead skin will sort of come away, because by then you can start, you'll be using your P50 by then. And as that skin comes away, the plumper, nutrient dense cell that we've fed during the microneedling treatment will start to come to the surface. So it's just during that period of time, just allow it to naturally happen. But as I say, if it's thirsty, don't layer loads of stuff on it. Just go for a simple cleansing milk and just nurture it and let it do its thing. Using my usual theory of the slow and low. Do you know what I mean? Just steadily allow it to recover gently. It's not the time to start another face treatment when you're going through this repair process after a microneedling skin treatment. The issue is to get your head into, should I say, not the issue, is that most things work on an inflammatory cycle, yeah? So I'm still in the red phase, so then you're going to have maybe a little bit swollen, a bit, delicate phase, and then all that will drop down and it calms down. But then you're going to go into the repair phase. So after about, say, 5 or 10 days, as I say, that skin will start to come to the surface, and it starts to kind of have a tightening, firming effect. So then post 14 days, you sort of have a little moment, you think to yourself, well, that was a bit of a damp squid, Jen. It all kind of went all great initially, and then it sort of falls off a cliff. But what's happening is underneath the second layer, the deeper layer down at the dermis layer, has also started to come to the top of the surface of the skin. And that's the layer that had the nutrients in, that had the serum, and has been generated by the trauma that you've caused, has had a bit more collagen and elastin sort of pumped into it. So you sort of have this wave, is what I'm trying to say, is post-treatment, we've got to deal with the trauma. Deal with that, let it calm down. Then there may be a little bit of a peeling effect or a bit of a reaction, and you'll think, oh God, this is awful. Let that peel away, and then naturally underneath will come through your wonderfully skin rejuvenated, firmer, beautiful, perfect jungle looking skin. So from 2 weeks really to about 4 to 6 weeks, you'll feel the advantage. A common question is, how long does it last? Well, it lasts as long as you naturally age for, but I would say, you know, by the 4 to 6 weeks, my skin protocols are always you're having another skin treatment. I wouldn't necessarily have a micro skin needling treatment, but I would definitely be looking to do something to my skin within a 4 to 6 week period. The benefits of a micro needling treatment, realistically, in my experience, I would say about 6 months. I feel if I've not managed to get my skin done, within about 6 months, I'm like, do you know, I really feel like I could do with a needling. But there's no scientific evidence of that. That's just from my personal experience. Okay, so that's it. That's post micro skin needling. Give it time. Feed it. Simple product. Nothing too dramatic. Don't go in anything too hot, so no saunas. If you do exercise, be prepared for when you start to sweat, it will tingle. Take it steady. No other treatments within a 2-week window. Okay, you need to make sure that if your skin's reacting to something, it's reacting to one thing at a time rather than 2 or 3 things. I think that covers most of them off. That's it for this video. I'll see you in the next. Many thanks.